I, Joseph Robinette Biden Jr., do solemnly swear.
I, Joseph Robinette Biden Jr., do solemnly swear.
With her breathless rendition of The Hill We Climb at U.S. President Joseph R. Biden Jr. and Vice President Kamala Harris's inauguration, poet Amanda Gorman took everyone's breath away. All of 22, Gorman, named the first American Youth Poet Laureate in 2017, wrote the verse for the occasion, which found mention of the storming of the Capitol Hill building, the Temple of American Democracy, on January 6th.
This is the era of just redemption. We feared it at its inception. We did not feel prepared to be the heirs of such a terrifying hour, but within it we found the power to author a new chapter, to offer hope and laughter to ourselves. So, while once we asked, how could we possibly prevail over catastrophe? Now we assert, how could catastrophe possibly prevail over us?
Gorman highlighted how Black Americans were making their mark in the country with her example and that of Vice President Kamala Harris.
Would destroy our country if it meant delaying democracy. And this effort very nearly succeeded. But while democracy can be periodically delayed, it can never be permanently defeated. In this truth, in this faith we trust, for while we have our eyes on the future, history has its eyes on us.
Her reference becomes particularly relevant with Harris becoming the first woman, the first Black, and first Asian American vice president of the country.
Somehow we've weathered and witnessed a nation that isn't broken, but simply unfinished. We, the successors of a country and a time where a skinny Black girl descended from slaves and raised by a single mother can dream of becoming president, only to find herself reciting for one.
The first American Youth Poet Laureate in U.S. history called for unison to compose a country committed to all cultures, colors, characters, and conditions of man.
We close the divide because we know to put our future first, we must first put our differences aside. We lay down our arms so we can reach out our arms to one another. We seek harm to none and harmony for all. Let the globe, if nothing else, say this is true.
The inauguration day saw Lady Gaga sing the national anthem and Jennifer Lopez render Let's Get Loud, but Gorman overshadowed them. Gorman left an indelible impression with not only her words, but also her play on words.
We've learned that quiet isn't always peace. In the norms and notions of what just isn't always just is.
Former First Lady Michelle Obama tweeted that she couldn't wait to see what you do next.
That even as we grieve,
America's first Youth Poet Laureate is also the
hurt,
youngest poet to perform at a presidential inauguration.
That will forever be tied together, victorious if we merge
the artistic
mercy,
movement of her hands
might,
and her expressions
might,
made Gorman's
right,
rendition even more
love
powerful.
Becomes our legacy and change our children's birthright.